Hello, and welcome to another episode of Better English Step by Step. I am so glad you have decided to join us today for a long, calm, and productive study session. This is the place where we take one clear goal in English and we walk through it slowly, together. There are no fast cuts here. There is no rush. We are going to take our time to make sure you truly understand, practice, and remember what you learn. I'm Sarah, and I'm here to guide you through today's lesson.
And I'm Mark. It is great to be here with all of you. Today, we are going to talk about something that affects almost every single one of us. It is about our phones, our computers, and the internet. We all use technology every day, but sometimes we feel like we use it too much. Maybe you want to spend less time on social media. Maybe you want to stop checking your emails late at night. The problem is, when you try to explain this in English, do you get stuck?
Exactly. You might find yourself using very basic words. You might say, I want to stop my phone, or I don't want to look at Instagram. These sentences are okay, people will understand you, but they are not the natural, fluid English that native speakers use. If you want to sound more advanced, and if you want to express yourself clearly, you need specific vocabulary. You need phrasal verbs.
That is right. Phrasal verbs are those little multi-word verbs that often have a different meaning than the main verb alone. Today, we are going to master 10 essential phrasal verbs to describe your digital life and your digital habits. We aren't just going to give you a list. We are going to practice them. We will use them in sentences. We will shadow them. And by the end of this hour, you will feel confident talking about your digital detox.
Before we begin, take a moment to get comfortable. Maybe you are commuting to work. Maybe you are washing the dishes. Or maybe you are just relaxing on the sofa. Wherever you are, take a deep breath. Let your shoulders relax. Prepare your ears to listen and your mouth to speak. If you enjoy this kind of long, relaxing English practice, please make sure you are subscribed to the channel. It helps us create more lessons like this for you. Let's start with the first category of verbs. These are what we call the passive verbs. These are the verbs that describe what happens when we are just consuming content. We aren't really doing anything productive. We are just letting the information wash over us. And the most common one, the one you probably do every single day, is scroll through.
To scroll through. Let's look at that. S-C-R-O-L-L, scroll, and then the preposition, through, T-H-R-O-U-G-H. To scroll through something means to move up or down on a screen to see different content. Imagine your thumb on your phone screen. You push the screen up to see the next photo. Then you push it again. That motion is scrolling.
But notice the preposition through. When we say scroll through, it usually implies that we are looking at a lot of things, maybe without a specific purpose. You don't just scroll Instagram, you scroll through Instagram. You are passing through the content. It suggests a journey from the top of the feed to the bottom, often without stopping for long. Let's listen to some examples. I want you to just listen first. Picture the action in your mind. I spent 2 hours scrolling through Facebook last night. She scrolled through her messages to find the address. When I am bored, I just scroll through the news headlines. Now it's your turn. We are going to practice this pronunciation. The word through can be tricky. It has that TH sound at the start. Tongue between your teeth. Through. Try to make it one smooth sound. Scroll through. Scroll through. Excellent. Now listen to the sentence and repeat it after me exactly as you hear it. Copy my speed, copy my intonation. I wasted time scrolling through social media. I wasted time scrolling through social media. Let's try one more. He scrolled through the photos on his phone. He scrolled through the photos on his phone. Very good. So that is our first verb, to scroll through. It's the perfect verb for when you are just looking. But what happens when you see something you like? You want to open it. In English, especially on a computer, we use the phrasal verb click on.
to click on. This seems simple, but many learners forget the preposition. They say, I clicked the link. That is acceptable, but click on is very common. I clicked on the link. It focuses on the action of selecting something specific. On a phone, we might say tap on, but click on is still used very often for anything digital. Think about the sound of a mouse. Click. That is where the verb comes from. When you select a video to watch, you click on the thumbnail. When you want to read an article, you click on the headline. It is an active choice. Let's practice this distinction. Scroll through is general movement. Click on is a specific selection. Listen to these examples. Don't click on that link. It might be a virus. I clicked on the video, but it didn't play. You need to click on the icon to open the app. Now let's do some shadowing. Remember, speaking aloud helps your muscle memory. It helps your brain connect the word to the action. Repeat after me. Please click on the link in the description. Please click on the link in the description.
Great. Now, sometimes things happen on our screens that we did not ask for. We didn't scroll for them, and we didn't click on them. They just appear, suddenly. For this, we use the phrasal verb pop up. Pop up, P-O-P, up, U-P. To pop up means to appear suddenly and unexpectedly. Think about a toaster. When the toast is ready, it pops up. It jumps up quickly. In the digital world, this usually refers to advertisements or notifications. You are reading a nice article, and suddenly, pop, an advertisement covers your screen. We even call these pop-ups as a noun, but today we are focusing on the verb. A message popped up on my screen. An error code popped up. It implies surprise. It implies that you did not control it. Let's listen to the examples. I hate it when ads pop up while I am reading. A notification popped up and I lost my focus. A reminder popped up on my calendar. Notice the pronunciation of the past tense, popped, P-O-P-P-E-D. The ed sounds like a T because pop ends in a voiceless sound. Popped, popped up. It almost sounds like one word, popped up. Let's practice that connection, popped up. Repeat after me. A window popped up on my computer. A window popped up on my computer. Notifications keep popping up on my phone. Notifications keep popping up on my phone. So we have our 3 passive verbs. You scroll through your feed, you click on something interesting, and sometimes annoying things pop up. These 3 verbs cover a lot of what we do when we are consuming content. But what about when we want to stop? What about when we want to take control back? That brings us to our second section, the active verbs. These verbs are for when you decide to disconnect. The first one is very important for security and for mental peace. It is log out, or sometimes log off. They mean the same thing, to log out. To log out means to exit your account so that you are no longer signed in. This is different from just closing a window. If you close the Facebook app, you are usually still logged in. If you open it again, your feed is right there. But if you log out, you are completely disconnected. You have to type your password again to get back in. Using log out is a great strategy for digital addiction. It creates friction. It makes it harder to check your phone quickly. So we don't say close the account usually, we say log out of the account. Notice the preposition of. Log out of Facebook, log out of your email. Let's hear the examples. I always log out of my email on the weekend. Make sure you log out of the computer when you leave the library. She decided to log out of all her social media accounts for a week. Let's practice the sentence pattern, log out of. It flows together, log out of. Repeat after me. I need to log out of my account. I need to log out of my account. He forgot to log out of the website. He forgot to log out of the website. The next verb is similar, but it refers to the machine itself or a specific function. It is turn off. To turn off. You probably know this one for lights. Turn off the light. But we use it constantly for technology. You turn off your phone. You turn off your computer. And very importantly for our mental health, you turn off notifications. Many learners make the mistake of saying close the light or close the machine. In English, we almost always use turn off or switch off for electronics. Turn off is the most common. It means to stop the power or stop the function. If your phone is distracting you, the best thing to do is turn off the notifications. This means the phone is still on, but the sounds and banners are stopped. Examples: please turn off your phone during the movie. I turned off my notifications so I could study. Did you remember to turn off the TV? Let's try the pronunciation, turn off. The N in turn links to the O in off, turn off. It sounds like one word. Repeat after me. I turned off my phone for the night. I turned off my phone for the night. You should turn off push notifications. You should turn off push notifications. Our final verb in this active section is physical. It is put away. To put away. This means to take something and place it in its correct place, usually where you cannot see it or use it. If you are eating dinner with your family and you are holding your phone, your mother might say, "Put that away." It means stop holding it and put it in your pocket or in your bag or in a drawer. It implies removing the distraction completely. It is not just turning it off, it is moving it out of sight. Out of sight, out of mind, as the idiom goes. If you are struggling to focus, turning off the phone might not be enough. You might need to put it away, put it in another room, put it in a box. Examples: I put away my laptop at 6 p.m. every day. Please put away your phones during the exam. He put his tablet away and picked up a book. Let's practice, put away. The T in put sounds like a soft D in American English pronunciation, or a crisp T in British. Put away, put away. Repeat after me. It is time to put away your devices. It is time to put away your devices. She put away her phone to talk to her friend. She put away her phone to talk to her friend. So let's review this section. To disconnect, you log out of your accounts. You turn off the power or the notifications. And finally, you put away the device so you cannot see it. These are great physical actions. But what about the lifestyle change? What about the long-term habits? That is our third section, the change verbs. This is the most advanced section. These are the verbs you need to describe your goals. You want to change your life. You want to change your habits. How do you say that? The most important phrasal verb for this topic is cut down on. To cut down on. This has 3 words: cut, down, on. It means to reduce the amount of something you do or consume. You don't stop completely, you just do it less. This is perfect for digital habits. Maybe you don't want to delete Instagram forever. You just want to use it less. You want to cut down on your screen time. Think of it like cutting a tree. You are making it smaller. You are reducing the size. We use this for food too. I need to cut down on sugar. I need to cut down on coffee. But for technology, I am trying to cut down on social media. This is a very natural way to speak. If you say, I want to lower my social media use, it sounds a bit formal. I want to cut down on social media sounds friendly and natural. Let's listen to examples. I spend too much time online. I need to cut down on it. The doctor told him to cut down on stress. We are trying to cut down on our electricity bill. This one is tricky to pronounce because of the 3 words together. Cut down on. Stress the word down. Cut down on. Repeat after me. I am trying to cut down on screen time. I am trying to cut down on screen time. She wants to cut down on checking her emails. She wants to cut down on checking her emails. Now, what if cutting down isn't enough? What if you want to stop completely? The verb for that is give up. To give up. Usually, give up means to quit or to surrender. I give up, you win. But when we talk about habits, give up means to stop doing something permanently. I gave up smoking. I gave up sugar. In the digital context, I gave up Facebook. This means I deleted my account and I never use it anymore. This implies a struggle. It implies that it was hard to stop, but you did it. It is stronger than stop or quit. It has an emotional weight to it. Examples. I decided to give up Twitter because it made me angry. Can you give up your phone for a whole day? He gave up video games to focus on his studies. Let's practice. Give up. Link the V to the U. Give up. Repeat after me. I decided to give up social media. I decided to give up social media. It is hard to give up bad habits. It is hard to give up bad habits. And finally, our last verb. When you make a rule for yourself, like I will only use my phone for 1 hour a day, you have to maintain that rule. You have to keep your promise. The verb for this is stick to. To stick to. Like a sticker, like glue. You attach yourself to the rule and you do not let go. If you say, I will not look at my phone before breakfast, and you succeed, you are sticking to your rule. If you fail and look at your phone, you did not stick to it. We often use this with limits or plans. I made a study plan and I need to stick to it. It is hard to stick to a digital detox. She set a timer for 30 minutes and stuck to it. This is the verb of discipline. Let's practice. Stick to. Repeat after me. I need to stick to my limits. I need to stick to my limits. He found it difficult to stick to the new rules. He found it difficult to stick to the new rules. Okay, we have covered 10 powerful phrasal verbs. Let's do a quick recap before we move to our story. When you consume, you scroll through the feed, you click on links, ads pop up. When you disconnect, you log out of accounts, you turn off the device, you put away the phone. When you change habits, you cut down on usage, you give up bad apps, you stick to your goals. Now, to make these really stay in your memory, we are going to use a story. Stories are powerful because they give context. I am going to tell you a story about a woman named Maya. Maya was feeling overwhelmed by technology. I want you to just relax and listen. Try to spot the phrasal verbs we just learned. Don't worry about understanding every single word. Just focus on the flow and the verbs. Here is the story. Maya woke up on Saturday morning with a headache. The first thing she did without even thinking was reach for her phone on the bedside table. She unlocked it and immediately started scrolling through her notifications. There were emails from work, updates from friends, and news alerts. A reminder popped up about a meeting on Monday. Suddenly she felt anxious. She hadn't even had coffee yet, and she was already stressed. She realized she had a problem. She spent hours every day just clicking on random videos and reading things she didn't care about. She knew she needed to change. She decided that this weekend would be different. She was going to do a digital detox.
First, she sat down at her computer. She opened Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. One by one, she logged out of every single account. She wanted to make sure that if she opened the browser by habit, she wouldn't see anything. Next, she took her tablet. She pressed the power button and held it down until the screen went black. She completely turned off the device. She did the same with her phone. No silence mode, no vibration, just off. Then she gathered all her devices, her phone, her tablet, her laptop. She took them into the hallway closet, placed them on a high shelf, and closed the door. She put them away. She wanted them completely out of her sight. The first few hours were strange. Maya felt bored. Her hand kept reaching for a phone that wasn't there. She realized how hard it was to give up this constant connection. She wanted to give up the detox and run to the closet. But she reminded herself of her goal. She wanted to cut down on her stress. She wanted to cut down on the wasted time. She made a cup of tea. She picked up a paper book. She went for a walk in the park without headphones. Slowly, the anxiety faded. She felt calm. She told herself, I am going to stick to this plan until Sunday night. And she did. She stuck to it. When she finally turned her phone back on Sunday evening, she felt refreshed. She decided that from now on, she wouldn't check her phone in the bedroom. She was going to stick to that new rule forever. That is the story of Maya. Did you hear all the verbs? It is amazing how natural they sound when you put them in a real context. They describe the journey perfectly. From the stress of scrolling through to the peace of putting away. Now, we are going to do something very special. We are going to do a shadowing practice with this story. I am going to read sentences from the story again. I will pause after each phrase. I want you to repeat exactly what I say. This is not just about vocabulary. This is about rhythm. This is about intonation. Try to copy the emotion in my voice. If I sound stressed, you sound stressed. If I sound calm, you sound calm. Are you ready? Let's breathe in. And let's begin. Maya woke up on Saturday morning with a headache. The first thing she did was reach for her phone. She started scrolling through her notifications. She started scrolling through her notifications. A reminder popped up about a meeting on Monday. A reminder popped up about a meeting. She realized she had a problem. She spent hours clicking on random videos. She spent hours clicking on random videos. She decided to do a digital detox. She logged out of every single account. She logged out of every single account. She completely turned off the device. She completely turned off the device. She put them away in the closet. She put them away in the closet. She wanted to give up the detox. She wanted to give up the detox. But she wanted to cut down on her stress. But she wanted to cut down on her stress. She told herself, I am going to stick to this plan. I am going to stick to this plan.
And she stuck to it. And she stuck to it. Excellent work. Take a deep breath. You just spoke a lot of English. You didn't just learn words. You lived through a story. That is how fluency happens. It happens when you connect a language to an experience. Now, I want to talk a little bit about how to use these verbs in your own life. Because the goal of this channel is not just to help you understand, but to help you speak. Think about your own day yesterday. Did you scroll through anything? I know I did. I scrolled through the weather app looking for rain. What about you? Maybe you can say aloud right now, yesterday I scrolled through and finished the sentence. Go ahead. Very good. Now think about something you want to change. Is there an app you want to give up? Or maybe just cut down on? For me, I want to cut down on watching YouTube shorts before bed. It keeps me awake. What do you want to cut down on? Say it aloud. I want to cut down on. And finally, think about a rule. Do you have a rule for yourself? Do you stick to it? Maybe you have a rule to speak English for 10 minutes a day. That is a great rule. I hope you stick to it. Say it aloud. I am trying to stick to my English practice. This kind of personalization is key. When you turn off this video, don't just let the words fly away. Try to use one of them. Maybe when you see a friend later, ask them, "Hey, are you trying to cut down on screen time?" Or tell your family, "I'm going to turn off my phone for an hour." Use the words. Make them yours. Let's do one final rapid-fire review. I will give you the definition, and you try to say the phrasal verb before Mark does. Are you ready for the challenge? Okay, definition number 1. To remove a device from your sight, usually putting it in a drawer or bag. Put away. Did you get it? Definition number 2. To reduce the amount of something you do. Not stop, but reduce. Cut down on. Definition number 3. To exit an account securely. Log out or log out of.
Definition number 4. To move content up on a screen with your finger. Scroll through. Definition number 5. To adhere to a plan or a rule without changing it. Stick to. Definition number 6. To stop doing something permanently. To quit. Give up. Definition number 7. To select a link or button with a mouse or finger. Click on. Definition number 8. To appear suddenly on the screen, like an ad. Pop up. Definition number 9. To stop the power of a machine. Turn off. You are doing great. These verbs are the building blocks of modern conversation. When you master them, you don't just sound like a student translating from your own language. You sound like a modern English speaker navigating the modern world. We are coming to the end of our session today. You have invested this time in yourself, and that is something to be proud of. Learning a language is a long road. It is not a sprint, it is a marathon. And the best way to run a marathon is step by step. I hope you feel more comfortable with these phrases now. Remember, you don't have to learn all of them perfectly today. Maybe just pick 3. Maybe focusing on cut down on, turn off, and scroll through is enough for this week. That is perfectly okay. If you found this lesson helpful, please consider subscribing to Better English Step by Step. We release these long-form, calm lessons regularly to help you build your fluency without the stress. And if you have a moment, leave a comment below using one of the new verbs. Tell us, what is one thing you want to cut down on this year? We love reading your sentences. For your next step right now, I have a small challenge for you. When this video ends, I want you to choose one action verb we learned, maybe log out or put away. I want you to say the word aloud and then do the action immediately. Say, I am going to put away my phone, and then put it away for just 10 minutes. Give your brain a break. Let the English sink in. Thank you so much for studying with us today. It was a pleasure to guide you. Yes, thank you for your time and your focus. Keep practicing, stay calm, and keep building your better English, step by step. We will see you in the next episode. Bye for now. Goodbye.